The palace was quiet that night. Quieter than the sands beyond its golden walls. Even the moon seemed to pause in disbelief. As if heaven itself held its breath. When the words fell. Heavy, sharp, unforgettable. I hate you. Those 3 words. They didn't echo like anger. They echoed like a lifetime breaking apart. Like a river that had forgotten its way to the sea. My father's eyes. They weren't cruel. They were tired, burdened by crowns. By expectations that glitter more than love. I wanted to speak. But a prince doesn't interrupt a king. And a son doesn't question his father's pain. So I stood there. Heart burning quietly. Like incense in the dark halls of duty. He turned away. And the sound of his footsteps was the longest silence I've ever heard. I thought of the boy I once was. Chasing falcons under the sun. Trying to reach the horizon just to prove that I could stand where he stood. He was my sky. My first teacher of strength. The one who showed me that tears can live behind unshaken eyes. But that night, the sky fell upon me. Every word he said felt like wind erasing footprints from the sand. As if my name, my worth, my place could vanish with one breath. I walked to the desert that night. Barefoot in royal silence. Carrying a heart heavier than any jewel I'd ever worn. The stars looked down with empathy. The dunes whispered in a tongue older than grief. I heard them say, even kings are broken fathers. Even princes are lonely sons. The moon became my witness. I knelt before her silver eye. And whispered. Why does love wear armor in my home? Why does affection sound like command? Why must the bond between father and son bleed beneath the crown? The desert didn't answer. It just held me. It always does. I stayed there until dawn. When the wind grew warm again. And the world remembered to breathe. I realized something sacred then. Sometimes hate is just love in disguise. Love that has forgotten how to speak softly. My father didn't hate me. He hated the part of me that reminded him of himself. The part that still dreamed. The part that disobeyed the silence of the throne. He saw in me the rebellion of his own youth. The echo of the boy who once wanted to be free. Before duty chained his soul to power. And so, his, I hate you, wasn't to destroy me. It was to warn me. To protect me from becoming him. But still. It hurt like the desert sun on open wounds. I carried that pain not as shame. But as a prayer. A prayer that one day he would see in my eyes. Not defiance. But devotion. Not rebellion. But the sun he raised with silence. I went back to the palace at sunrise. My reflection following me like a ghost of yesterday. The guards bowed. The walls glowed in gold. But nothing felt like home anymore. Because home is not a palace. Home is the warmth of a voice that says your name with love. And I hadn't heard mine in years. Days passed like whispers through marble halls. The scent of oud and silence lingered everywhere. Each more